store, got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die...
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Wait, that's 53. Hey, go 66.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, Echo. Check. Walk 54. You ain't doing nothing with that. 450.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Hey.
To throw is Rosen. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle, a constant fight to learn how to do it without.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Rosen looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Brady now on first down to Gordon out left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On second down, they'll run with White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's his second fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him, or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Brady gives this to White. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
29, Alpha. That's right, baby. 72.
On play action, now Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Check. Alert, alert, alert.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Hey, check. Hey, alert, alert. Watch Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check. Monday. Check.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. And it's caught. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Rosen will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check three.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Check. Watch 54. There's a part in there.
Go, Bandit.
Throwing again. Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady. This is White on the screen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here comes Grant on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to...
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. And Stills over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rosen to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Rosen now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Brought in over the middle by Grant. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Hey, turn it up. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Hey, alert. Watch out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and now it's 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Brady, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Brady. This is caught. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. It's John Simon with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Edelman set to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady, able to power through. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now a play fake. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get him! Get him! Check 31. 80. Hard.
To throw is Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
51 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Gostkowski for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now it's Rosen. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throws in to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Monday. Under crunch. Monday. What do you got?
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Trying to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Now
a pass here caught by Edelman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's White. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Brady now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demaryius Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He was looking for Parker that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself caught.
Now White lost the football. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 29. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Now White lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Now Rosen throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? This is a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But
and all the way in, touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Running, it's Drake. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on first down. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in it.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Monday.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. On first down, it's White. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.